Yeah, this is just what I want to do on a Saturday afternoon. What the fuck? Where's Freemont Tibbets when I need him? Jesus, will you look at that? That is one big ass hole. This thing was rotten from the bottom. Damn. I'm just glad it didn't fall on my house. This thing's got to be 60, 70 feet long. Or my neighbor's fence. So I am grateful for that. Thank you, Jesus. Well, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to roll this bitch over. I've got curves cut every 5 feet, about halfway through the tree. And I've started to wedge underneath it with some logs and shims and whatnot. Let's see how she goes. I'm hoping I don't get the chainsaw stuck in there, but I had to jack that up with a 24,000 pound jack. It's good to have tools. I like tools. Probably the best $25 I ever spent here in this little jack. Put it on that platform, jacked that tree up, and got them stumps and logs underneath it. Smacked it in with a sledgehammer, smacked the shims in with a small sledgehammer. I need a beer. And, you know, stuffed boards and whatever. Marked it with a broad hatchet. My trusty Husqvarna chainsaw. I'm gonna go in and take a break. And then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna get this bitch down if it's the last of me. Alright. This I learned from watching Tennessee Tuxedo as a kid. That's in there good. Jesus. Look at the indentation left in the ground. Damn. Tennessee tuxedo, baby. Well, as my grandpa Tony used to say, there it is, goddamn. There she is. Made fucking toothpicks out of her. Big fucking toothpicks. Goddamn. The Mainers coming out in me. Look at the indentation in the ground when the tree fell. That's impressive. Big logs. There's a reason I cut them 5 feet. I'll show you sometime. But smaller stuff I'm gonna make firewood out of. And I guess I better get some dirt filling this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this stump. Probably just burn it in the street. Oh my God, what a day. That was a big ass tree. My yard's a freaking mess. Well, anyway, these are the tools of tree death. DeWalt drill, broad hatchet, 5-pound sledge, broken 10-pound sledge, some boards, like a 24,000-pound jack, my trusty Husqvarna chainsaw. I'm tired. It's time for a beer and a story. Stay tuned. Well, after 5 hours of cutting this big ass tree down, it's story time. So, got me a beer, Jenny Cream, my favorite. Oh yes. Boy, I tell you, I'm too old for this shit. But I still keep going. 5 hours. I'm freaking tired. Whew. It's probably 6 o'clock. Beautiful day out here in the northern middle Tennessee. Today my story is, I think I want to call it the Legend of Freemont Tibbets. Now, I grew up in a small town in Maine, a place called Dixfield, and Freemont Tibbets was a logger. Worked out in the woods, cut down trees, all that shit. Yeah. He was 5'6", probably weighed about 260 pounds. He was probably the toughest mother I've ever seen in my life. Just unreal, burly man, you know? Really, yeah. Him and his wife were the nicest people, great folks. My dad once told me that when he was 15, so I want to say that's like 1955 or so, he used to drive Fremont and his wife around to the bars on the weekends. And, you know, just funny stories. He's probably, 8 to 10 years older than my dad. Somebody's paging me, fuck them. Fremont ran the biggest chainsaw
I'd ever seen in my life. I want to say it was probably 48 inches long, but you know, I don't know, you know, and could cut through a tree like it was butter. I remember one time, I think I was probably around 15 or 16, and that saw had kicked back on him and cut him, you know, all the way down. I mean, deep and ugly. And all the neighborhood kids, we had heard about it, and so we all like went over to his house, and we wanted to see the scar, and he showed it to us. It was gnarly as hell. But you know, within a few days or weeks or whatever, he was just, you know, back out in the woods working. God, he was tough. You know, biggest scar I'd ever seen. He lived near the high school, and us kids used to hang out near the high school, and we would hit tennis balls against the side of the school, or shoot hoops, or play tennis, or whatever. And every once in a while, we'd get about 8, 10, 12 of us neighborhood kids, and we'd go over to Fremont's house and see if he'd want to wrestle us. And he would like throw us around like we were rag dolls. Oh my God, that was so much fun. Yeah, I know Fremont's still alive. I want to say he's probably, you know, 8 years older than my dad. My dad's 78, so he's probably in his mid-80s, 85. He could be a little older, I don't know. But he was a legend, you know, well known throughout Oxford County, Maine. And, you know, so today I'm like channeling my inner Fremont Tibbets, because, you know, he was kind of a hero, you know. I know he's alive. Don't know what he's up to. I haven't seen him since high school. And I kind of wonder if he'd be proud of my, you know, efforts today, but probably not. He'd probably say, "Palmer, you did it all wrong. You did it the hard way." So, here's to Fremont. Love you, buddy.